Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, Magnetic Reversal News, Sacred Geography, and Shinrin Yoku, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Wednesday, February 22nd, around 8 p.m. Mountain Time 2023. A strong magnitude 6.8 earthquake hits Tajikistan, luckily in an uninhabited region. But the big story, LA under ultra rare blizzard warning as freak weather swarms the U.S. Keep calm. It's boom time. It's true. The first blizzard warnings in 30 years have been issued for Los Angeles area mountains ahead of the next storm. That's 3 decades, and it's looking like a wallop. Here are the winter weather alerts from Redding all the way down to Pine Valley. Winter storm warnings in effect in purple, winter storm watches in pink, and it's going to be deep. Take a look at the depths of snow along the Sierra Spine there. From Santa Maria all the way to Redding, 48 inches. That's more than 4 feet, but it's actually showing 5 or more feet for many regions. This will be an epic record snow, as the winter storm in the north and heat wave in the south create a 100-degree difference across the U.S. We predicted this 8 years ago as we began the channel. It is the grand solar minimum phenomenon, the breakdown of the jet stream into meridional flow. What you get is more lightning, more extreme temperatures, more tornadoes, and more snow. Ho, ho, ho. Over 1,500 flights canceled as a major winter storm threatens to produce historic snowfall. Shut up, Al. Get in your hole. There we see us digging the hole for Al to get into. As the National Weather Service confirms, an EF2 tornado did hit Mercer County in New Jersey as we put up the NATO cast 12 hours before it hit on our Twitter feed. So please check that out. And here you can see our Twitter feed here with the 18Z tornado forecast that we put up yesterday morning before the tornado, which happened, guess where? Right there. So you would have been well informed. All you would have to do is subscribe to Oppenheimer Ranch Project at Diamond the Dave on Twitter. That's at Diamond the Dave. The link will be below. Don't miss out. DTE Energy, hundreds of thousands could lose power if the Metro Detroit gets half an inch of ice. It's happening now, and it is happening now. In fact, 250,000 in Michigan without power. Hours of powers. And almost, well, just about 500,000 over the United States. California being the hardest hit in the West, but this number has increased from 130 to 260 in just 4 hours. And that's because the ice is building right on the strip, right through Detroit. Here's the forecast. Difficult to impossible travel across wide swaths of the U.S. I know it's impossible to travel outside. I'm stuck here in the barn as blizzard conditions roar outside my door. Powerful storms that stretch from coast to coast will bring widespread areas of snow and blowing snow to low elevations in the West Coast and to the Great Lakes. Blizzard to near blizzard conditions can be expected. Strong winds across the Southwest will keep fire weather threats critical in the Southern Plains, and thunderstorms and some severe weather may produce localized flash flooding in the Midwest. But look at the country. All these warnings, almost 50% of the country in winter storm warning or watch, and that's going to continue through the second week of March. Here's that major system. Here is that ice, sleet, and mix currently, and it's going to slowly move overnight to the east, up into the northeast, tonight into Thursday morning, where there will be some headaches in Boston. Mark my words. It could be some of the worst accident. It could be the highest number of accidents in the Boston area during rush hour ever recorded. And that is just a hypothesis of mine. Here is our Friday. It's going to bomb out more snow in the northeast like a beast as another system moves into the west, bringing heavy snow to the Sierras for the beginning of this weekend, Friday into Saturday and Sunday. All the snow all the way down into Baja. And thems are the facts. Take a look at this. This is 4 feet of snow all the way down into Southern California through the watch period, which actually is just the first day of March. We have that much snow all the way down into Southern California. And take a look at these models. Let's just move it through. So the system now currently moving through the upper Midwest and hitting the Northeast. This is the next 6 hours. In the next 6 hours, Goebbels And southern Michigan could pick up 10, 11, 12 inches of snow. And by the morning, near Detroit, they could be picking up 16. Take a look at that. Thursday, all day, it's going to be heavy snow in the Northeast, most of Massachusetts, Vermont, New Hampshire, northern New York, from Catskills north and southern Maine. It's insane, all the way through Friday. That's going to be 16 inches across a major swath, 7 to 16 inches across most of the Northeast, except for northern Maine. And the biggest totals in southern Mich over the next 24 hours. That system moving through the west over the next few days, over the weekend, is going to produce heavy snow. It will be record-setting all the way into the south. I don't think people are going to know how to act in California, so let's just watch how this plays out as heavy snow dumps through Arizona as well and moves into New Mexico by Monday, our fun day. And take a look at these models. Wait till you see these nor'easters setting up. Boom, here, the first week of March, like we predicted 2 months ago, a major blizzard in the Northeast. Take a look at this. There is a 4-foot snow difference from the suburbs of Philadelphia, just 60 miles to Philly. So if these models hold true, this could be an epic record-breaking snowstorm and blizzard system all the way through mid-March. Holy macaroni. These models are so significant. If we actually see 4 feet of snow in northern Missouri in the second week of March, this could be the development of the year without a summer, where we can't, it's called no plant. It's impossible to plant because of the snow and the mud. So stay tuned for more boom. As a strong 6.8 earthquake kicks off in Tajikistan. Now the good news, no major damages or injuries are expected in the 6.8 strong earthquake in an extremely remote region of Tajikistan this morning. Just hours ago, the strong 6.8 was measured at 12:37 a.m. GMT in Tajikistan in the Pamir National Park, which is 41 miles west of Margub in Tajikistan. Now, Murghab is the capital of Morghob district in the Pamir Mountains of Gunabab in Tajikistan. It has a population under 7,500 and is the only significant town in the eastern half of the region. The quake was a surface quake, so everyone that was in this region felt it, but mostly animals here. This is a park. It's important for tourism and encompasses the high peaks and plateaus and river gorges of the Pamir Mountains in eastern Tajik. So good news, this big boomer, which is forced by the sun, a coronal hole stream just hit Earth, and large coronal holes cause large earthquakes, which, well, we just got here in Tajikistan. 6.8 to be in fact, and it was at 20.5 kilometers, so bad reporting. No other quakes of note around the world. We do have some interesting rocking off the eastern coast of Hanamua in Hawaii, 3.2. Who knew? Worldwide Volcano News Update. Spectacular footage from Karangi Town. Now let's open up this image so you can get the view. Look at that. Ongoing intense activity, constant incandescent avalanches tumbling down the west and eastern slopes make for some spectacular footage. Now, luckily, see how pointy this volcano is? It doesn't blow its top off, ever. And most of it is VEI 1 and 2. So it's only the regional area here, local communities that will be affected by these lava flows. Absolutely one of the most stunning volcanoes to actually go out and record if you're into volcano watching. We also have some activity at Villarico. Violent paroxysm episodes are continuing almost up to 100 meters. So boom time indeed. Space Weather News Update. Take a look at this. Multiple M flares. There's that coronal hole that just kicked off that 6.8 earthquake. And we will show you the telemetry associated with that. So that earthquake happened right here when the phi angle shifted, right through the 180 zone here. And at the same time, density was increasing, and we had a spike here. Major spike here in plasma speed. So we should be seeing some major upticks in aurora. So let's take a look at that. Yeah, the aurora is going to be looking good, and it should be increasing. So get outside if you're in the northern hemisphere, up in those northern latitudes, because look at this spike here. Rapid uptick up to 550 kilometers per second. We could be seeing maybe low-level geomagnetic storm. KP hasn't popped that much. It's barely above 2, so... The sun is quiet, but the sun is crackling with flares. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 M flares in 3 days. But the detailed forecast is all quiet on the Western Front. Not much coming our way. There are some CMEs that are tracking here at the CME tracker. And here we're looking at one. This is NASA's Enlil spiral. NOAA's is over here. NOAA's is showing nothing. Nothing happening, so no space weather. But we do have some CMEs popping off, so just not facing us. According to this model, there is something mild that could be impacting us. Let's take a look at that. Boom. On the 26th. That's a few days out. So stay tuned for more updates as the Webb telescope makes a surprising galactic discovery in the distant universe. Now, if you didn't know, since the Webb telescope was put up into space, it has got some astrophysicist panties in a bunch, as well as other people in the field of astronomy, because what it's showing is completely antithetical to the models. And here we're looking at some massive galaxies that conflict 99% of the models representing early galaxies in the universe, which means that the standard model is false. It's completely wrong. There was no Big Bang, and 14 billion years ago, which is how old some of these babies are, when the universe was supposedly formed. Actually, what number do they give? Yeah. 13.5 billion years ago, which is just 0.2 billion years after the universe was formed. These galaxies are this huge. Yeah. 10 times bigger than the Milky Way. It's impossible. So what this proves is that the universe is infinite and has been around 13.5 billion times infinity. Yeah, that means forever. Runaway black hole the size of 20 million suns found speeding through space with a trail of newborn stars behind it. This is the state of astrophysics. Complete fairy tales, nonsensical. Much of it posited and regurgitated by the people in the field. This isn't based on actual observational knowledge. This is based on inference and bad models. No, there isn't a runaway black hole the size of 20 million suns. Just listen to that statement. Black hole is an imaginary mathematical construct, never proven and never will be. And to make that statement a runaway black hole the size of 20 million suns is almost juvenile, if not asinine. And now it's speeding through space with a trail of newborn stars behind it. I couldn't even feel more dumber. And that's a boom to knowledge. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Share this with like-minded people. And please don't gobble up the gobbledygook. Proper prior planning prevents piss-poor performance. You need backup generators. You need backup food and resources. You need to become self-sufficient and sovereign. No government is coming to help you. Be safe. We love you. And that is the truth.